Hey everyone, my name's Nathan Payne. Welcome back to another episode of Blu Ocean Crypto. So today we're going to cover Cornucopias Calido Valley Raceway and show you guys some gameplay. I'm super stoked for this because you get to use your NFTs. This is something I've been waiting for a very long time. I've already played it a bunch, and I wanted to kind of show you guys what this was all about. This is the real gameplay. We've got the Calido Valley Resort that you can go around and tour, which is absolutely stunning. If you haven't seen that video yet, definitely check that out. But now I want to jump into this with you guys. So without further ado, let's go. So for those of you who remembered, this is where we left off the last video. We just got to head forward, into the raceway. This kind of like at the end of the resort. We're going to go towards these elevators. You go up the elevators and then you're in this room. You can kind of preview the racetrack from the window. And then there's a console. I'll show you guys what that looks like. That's where we get to select one of our assets and use to race. And then you're in it, right? So it's kind of cool. I want to show you guys my shoes. I think the level of detail in the shoes here are pretty cool with the character. Just before it goes to the loading screen. And make sure you stay to the end of the video because there's an important announcement that Cornucopias just made. It has to do with ETH. So I'll cover all those details at the end, and I'm really excited for that. Now, what's amazing about this to me is the gameplay. This is something that we can actually do, running around, exploring, kind of seeing their metaverse. This beginning of it is incredible. But to actually be able to use, the bubble sprinter or any of the vehicles really that you purchase as an NFT, definitely feels inspiring, not only because of what they've accomplished with it, but we've had these NFTs for so long. It's nice to be able to use them, right? So you go up to this panel, interact with it. It's going to load my assets. You can kind of see a whole bunch here. There's some that's unlocked. Tempting to use my legendary bubble sprinter, but I think I'm going to go with the Bubble Jet Bonanza OG Custom. Has a little bit more acceleration. Seems like it'll be quicker, but the risk is it doesn't have as much durability. So chances are you guys are going to see me crash once, twice, maybe 3 times. It does happen. But I mean, we can kind of go through and see all these different assets, right? Some of them have different stats. There's different colors. It really actually makes me want to kind of collect most of them, just to be able to experience it. And you can see the difficulty is easy. The track length isn't that long, but I'd still argue, you can't just gun it. There's definitely tight turns. You got to brake. It takes some practice. And there's a lot of people in the community who really compete for the best time. And actually, they'll post videos of those recordings of people who beat the track records. So I know that's something that's a lot of people are spending a lot of time on right now. And I've also just heard some recordings of people playing with their friends and just all the enjoyment they're getting out of this. So I'm really stoked to be able to share this with you guys. This just opens my mind up to really what else we're going to see. So now we just want to run up to one of these loading docks or loading stations. I guess you could say it kind of brings you into the race. There is a bit of a queue time, but what I'll do is, depending on how long the time is, I'll probably just skip the video ahead so we don't have to wait for the recording. So yeah, it says here next race in a minute. So let's just skip ahead here. And we'll be able to shortcut it for you guys to get right in there. Now, when other people are queued, you do get to race with them as well. So that can be kind of nice. So what I will admit is I'm playing on a really big screen. So actually it's a little hard for me to concentrate on all the little HUD items. There can almost be an advantage to a smaller screen. So what I've learned that I have to do is when I'm going on these straight stretches is when I'll look down, I'll see my speed, I'll look down, I'll see my thruster, I'll look up to see what lap I'm on. I can look at the total time and just do it that way. But, I'm going over 1,000 kilometers an hour. In some of these turns, I did nick there a little bit. You can see my body health is down to 68. So I got to be careful. You will just blow up if you get your body health down to 0. Now, look at the level of detail on the lighting and the quality. There we go. Another nick. Okay, I'm down to 28. So it's going to be one more nick, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be the end of me. You do just respawn and come back right on the trail. There. Yeah, I couldn't do that turn. You got to break into these turns. It takes some skill. Like I said, you can't just gun it the entire time. You have to pay attention to what's going on. And I'm really looking forward to a lot of different raceways and I've seen some other ones that people have been playing. This is kind of the main one that I've been doing just to get used to everything, you know, but obviously more complexity, more skill is needed. You're going fast. And I almost don't want to make this comparison, but because the graphics aren't even close. But do you remember Pod Racer when you were a kid? Just how fun that was, like the speed and thrill and intensity of it. I'm getting those vibes a little bit. But obviously, you know, fast forward decades, you know, to AAA quality graphics on Unreal Engine 5. You know, it's no comparison there. And just, I like how I can see my guy on it too. It almost makes me worry, like, crap, I really don't want to blow up. Like, I don't want to hurt my guy. Oh, here's a tight turn. Just gotta slow down. Oh, that was close, right? But the lighting and just like seeing the frame rates are just really impressive. You know, on my 4090, I'm very glad I got it so I can get this level of quality. You know, I'm sure it runs pretty well. A lot of other graphics cards as well. And like I said before, they have opened it up to quite a few different graphics cards. They've kind of been, it's talking too much. I think that was the same turn that got me last time, wasn't it? You can kind of see the pieces of, you know, my vehicle just like flying through the track or kind of like crumbling away, right? So let's try to do this last run a little bit better. We'll be a little tighter on these corners. We'll brake more. You know, I find myself trying to boost a lot, not paying attention to the thruster because I'm just trying to get like every freaking inch out of it. So I'm constantly doing that. You know, I'm just using my keyboard right now. I prefer that. And then like shift to do the sprint. And then when I'm braking, I'm just holding the back button. And I can't wait to see the like Halo style PvP, the farming resource, the paintball, the home creation on the domes. Like this is really a metaverse. But now we have Calido Valley Resort, which we can go explore, kind of get a sense of where a lot of people are going to be, you know, the community is going to be interacting with these different shops. We've got the Calido Valley Raceway now, so we can actually use our assets. You know, it's just amazing to be able to get this out to us in the pre-alpha version. Oh, made that turn a lot better now. So I just need to be a little careful coming up to this one, which I think is the one that usually, yep. So obviously I need to slow down a lot more before I get to that turn. But we're on the final lap. I think we'll be okay. We're not breaking any records today, that's for sure. But like I said, the level of difficulty is there. You got to pay attention. You got to learn your vehicles. You got to learn your speed. You got to learn when's the best time to boost. You know, all of that stuff is there. So for people who love racing games, this is definitely going to be right up your alley. You know, and of course, seeing that the different assets had different attributes, acceleration, speed, handling, all the, dang it, all those things. It's a little harder for me because obviously I'm talking, but makes me want to get some of those assets that obviously perform a little bit better. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Before I end, like I said, there's a very important announcement that Cornucopias just announced that had to do with ETH, which I'm really excited to share with you guys. So they've talked about being a multi-chain metaverse for quite a while now. It's really been part of kind of a lot of their initial plans. It's come up in their community. This is really a big first step towards that. So they've just announced an ETH Copy pairing on Uniswap. Now, you definitely want to make sure the token address and contract, the token contract is proper. Be careful, there's a lot of imposters out there. The team is really good about warning people about that. But this is an amazing, huge step towards being a multi-chain project. So now they can build and expand to an ETH layer 2. This is huge. There's tons of liquidity on ETH. You know, I like that they built on Cardano, but this is a great, big, important step for them as a community, as a project. And there's just a lot of money in Ethereum. And, you know, they're even warning people stay alert. You know, don't click random links. There's never an airdrop. They're really good at doing this consistently to try to protect their community. But I'm just super stoked about this ETH Copy pairing. I think it's massive news. Thanks as always for everyone who subscribed to the channel. Really makes a big difference. And I personally and my team appreciate it. It shows you guys that you care about all the hard work we're putting in for everyone on the channel here and all this great content that we're covering. You know, definitely stay tuned for much more Cornucopias coming up in the near future. And also thanks for everyone who smashed that like button. Till the next video, cheers.